Welcome, guys, to the 9th episode of the Countdown to Kerbal Space Program 2 video. Yep, well, series, not video. What? I'm already gone brain dead. Well, that's nice. Anyway, so we're here. We're at our minmus station, or our minmus base, rather. We're about to go to the minmus station. Now, the reason is for what I wanted to do, I forgot to add a logistics module to the station. So the plan initially was to just send material kits up there, but in order to do that, you need a logistics module on both the base, which we have, and the station, which we don't have. So there's we have that now. Well, we're going to have that now anyway. It's currently launching. Look, it's going up. Woo! Anyway, you might notice that this is the wrong direction. That's because you're right. It is the wrong direction. I am currently going the wrong way. That will change pretty soon, though. Don't worry too much. I see. I just realized it there. So yes. Also, random pause. I'm okay. I don't remember this, but I do because I did it. But I also don't remember it. So this is also kind of new for me. I mean, I remember what I did. I spent like 3 hours yesterday. This mission was supposed to be easy. Okay, so the initial plan for this mission was to go to the space station, build the thing, fly it to Duna, and then that was That was the end. But it's there's a bit more to this than the video if I remembered to put timestamps in it. If maybe they're there, maybe they're not there. I don't know. Anyway, we're approaching a space station right now, the orbital construction, whatever I called, I don't remember at this point. I am incredibly tired. That's not important. Anyway, so I just decided to attach this to the end of the service module, utility module. That's what I named it. It did not want to dock, so it wiggled around for about a minute. I don't know why, but it's there now. So now we can begin the transfer process. So first we're gonna go back down to the orbital. No, not orbital. This is on the ground. I'm Intel anyway. The base, minmus base. So first we're gonna go there, and among the just material kits, we also need these things called transport credits. And basically, you take some material kits, you take some fuel, you smash them together, you get transport credits. Basically, they're like simulated spacecraft. That's that's basically what they are. I'm So here I am realizing, oh yeah, we kind of need more than four, or what is it, 200? I think I have. No, we need like 700, I believe. Um, I'm doing this in post, so I'm looking at a very tiny screen right now. So it should actually show up in the video, but it's about 710 transport credits in case. So here's the end of that transfer. It also takes time, which I think is nice. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna actually build the thing now, and immediately you might notice a small problem here. Um, so we only have like, what did it say? 15,000, 17,000, and we need 47,000. So yeah. Okay, so new plan. We're gonna launch another resourcer, and this time we're gonna dock it to the freaking space station because you know what? I don't care at this point. I want this. In real life, I was just like, I want this done. I thought it was gonna be quick after this. It's not. I messed a couple things up on this mission. That first one, by the way, I had the I had the pleasure of realizing that I forgot to put a probe core on it. So then I tried to stick a probe core on it, and it didn't want to do it. So then I built things, and yeah, it didn't really work. So I actually cut that part out of the video. You're welcome. It was so I spent at least an hour on that. That was annoying. Anyway, while we're making our way to Minmus here, I'm gonna do a thing I haven't actually done before, and I'm gonna react to people's questions that they actually asked me in my videos. So let me pull up my definitely a spreadsheet that I loaded these in, and definitely not YouTube Creator Studio. I am definitely prepared. I didn't just pull up YouTube Creator Studio. Anyway, so here's the launch if you want to look at that while I'm doing this anyway. So yeah. Let's see. So all right. So the first question that I was asked in this new series was, will KSP 2 focus on more simple gameplay? Do I think that? Well, I mean, yes, probably. The reason that I think that is because they've been showing all the things in their trailers that's just like, okay, so this complicated thing, well, here's how we made it easier, because KSP right now has a really steep learning curve. So, I assume they're trying to little flatten that curve out a little bit so that you can like normal people can actually make it past the freaking moon. That's not an insult to the people who can't make it past the curve. Good job. Golf clap. I don't know if I have noise suppression on my mic. You might actually not be able to hear. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is that we just orbited minmus. Look at that. Well, now we've orbited minmus. Anyway, I really like that methane engine. That's a cool engine. Anyway. All right, so here we're getting our encounter with the space station, and then we shall dock to it. Very cool, very cool. The second question I got in this series was, am I going to start making more videos or live streams? Or more live streams? The kind of convenient that I decided to do this on a video, isn't it? So, the way it's gonna work is mostly live streams. Well, at least I intend them to be mostly live streams. I don't actually know if they're gonna be all live streams. Here's a deorbit. It lasts about 0.2 seconds. Anyway, docking. I don't intend for all of them to be live streams, but like this one's not a live stream. I actually missed yesterday because I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to upload on Mondays because I have stuff I forgot about to do on Mondays, and it's every Anyway, that's some real life that real life doesn't exist. What the heck is grass anyway? The heck is grass? Um there's a crossfade over. We finally actually built the Duna space station. So that's what it looks like. And that's the reason for that mystery fuel tank that I kept saying, "Oh yeah, we have liquid fuel. It's nuclear engine. It it's for a nuclear engine." Anyway, at this point I realized we need crew to actually like deploy the ring, or crew in general. So here's a speed mod of my Spear Mark II SSTO for more crew. I just put a crew cabin in the cargo bay. So that'll be cinematic at some point. Hint hint. Anyway, while we're here, I guess this is a good time before I start reading off more of the questions for me to say that if you have questions that you want me to answer in videos, then make sure you put those in the comment, because if you have questions and then you don't ask the questions, I can't answer the questions. Also, it boosts engagement. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is we're launching this SSTO now. I know this said Duna Space Station in it. Trust me, we're getting there. As I previously stated, this I intended for this to be quick. It wasn't. This is what, launch number 3 technically, including the one from minmus, and we haven't even fired up the engine on the actual like thing that getting to Duna was harder than I anticipated. It turns out colonization is hard. So yeah. Also, you can't really produce Kerbals on planets. You kind of have to send them from Kerbin. So that's a thing I have to like actually make sure I actually do if I want to send Kerbals to like Jewel in like a not stupid way. Just send a big bus there with a satellite. I don't know. Anyway, I okay, that's a thing. Also, while you're down there in the comments section, make sure you click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because then you'll be notified, and then you can watch all the streams that I do at some point. It'll be great. That's a thing. The third question that I got was how many hours in Kerbal Space Program do I have? So if I pull up my Steam page, I can actually pull this up on the actual video. So currently the metric is sitting at 3,780 hours. So that's a couple hours. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing that I have that many hours. But that's the number. Also, here's a cool shot. If you double click on the windows, you actually go into the window, and I was like, ooh, Kerbin. I thought it would look a little better. I thought Kerbin would be a little farther away and wouldn't take up literally the entire window view, but I mean, you kind of get the effect. It's kind of there-ish, if you squint at it a bit. Maybe, I don't know. It's not really important. Anyway, so here we're actually getting our encounter with minmus, and go for burn. Trans minmus injection. I think, yeah, I think that's what it would be called if this was real life. Because you got trans lunar injection burn. So this would be trans mint. I don't know. It's still TMI. So it's like trans mooner, trans minmus. I don't know. It's the same. It's the same. It's not the same, but it's the same ish. Anyway, here's our minmus capture. So there's that. I actually end up targeting the wrong spacecraft here. For some reason, the friggin' Duna station went like a quarter of an orbit in front. I don't know why, but that's where it is now. I can't do anything. So I ended up going to the other one because I thought, oh yeah, that's cool. And then I actually went there. And then it was just like, oh yeah, it's actually a quarter of an orbit away. Good luck. Thank you for that. That was nice, Kerbal. That was nice. So I think I'm actually, did I already do it? I was not paying attention to this at all. I'm the greatest at improvisational anything ever. Anyway, that's not important. That's not important. So actually, here begins something that I think took half an hour. Okay, so basically, here's the plot. All right, so here the SSTO, it has a docking port on the top, and the station has a docking port on it. So basically, you have to line up the docking ports. But controlling it like that is really freaking annoying. It looks a lot easier here than it did in real life. Trust me. I was there. It was pain. I'm pretty sure I used like half of my monopropellant for this. It was I didn't like. It was painful. Anyway, we got there in the end. So that's good. So then we proceeded to transfer all the Kerbals in, like so. And one last thing is I don't know what mod it is. I think it's one of the near future mods, but the engines also, like the nuclear engines, they also used uranium. So I undock here and I'm like, wait, no, I actually kind of need the uranium from the SSTO engines to go in there. So it was kind of convenient because you can't actually run that engine if you don't have the freaking uranium in it, which is like, I guess makes sense. I mean, kind of. So here's our re-entry of that. Both the front RCS blocks blew up, so that's fun. Don't ask questions. That's just what happens sometimes. They got a little too burnt. We left them in the toaster for too long. That's yeah, toaster. That's what it was. Definitely the toaster. I don't know why I'm still on about this. Anyway, dual pass re-entry. Also, it landed in the sunlight because I made it land in the sunlight. Alright. I have the final final question pinged up. So, last question that I got asked, this was actually from the, not the stream, it was actually from the video. Episode 5, which you should go watch. It has views, apparently. I don't know why it has views, but it does. I'm not complaining. Anyway, the question was, have you heard of the Parallax 2 mod? And the answer is yes. I'm actually running on the Parallax numero uno mod. Now, the reason I didn't go Parallax 2 is, Eve, specifically, kind of, it looks a bit cartoony. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not, it's not, I don't know, something about it. It's just, it's got like life on it. It's like, it's cool that it's there. I don't hate that it's there. I'm burning in the wrong direction here. That's funny. Good job, self. I had the control point set to something that was not the front, apparently. So we started burning backward there. Anyway, I should continue. So Parallax 2 adds surface scatter that's actually interactable, unlike the current surface scatter, which on the first live stream you could see it was on the moon. It wasn't interactable though. In this one it will be, but Parallax 2 adds more. So it has like kelp underneath of like the oceans on a Kerbin. By the way, here's the burn. We go down into Kerbin's gravity well before actually burning out to Duna. It's more efficient, trust me. I'm not Oberth effect. If look it up. I'm bad at explaining things. Anyway, we got a Duna encounter. So that's nice. That's what we were looking for right there. So there's our I like this one actually. This ship is actually kind of cool. I like it as it kind of like space. It looks very Hermes inspired, which I mean it kind of was, but also kind of wasn't. It's also the KSP2 Duna thing inspired as well. Both of those kind of. Anyway, Parallax 2. So like on Duna, you'll get like rocks, and then like if you hit the rock with like a rover, then it'll go over the rock. It's pretty cool like that. So it's kind of what KSP2 would do, but the reason I didn't install it is also performance. Like they say it has no performance impact, but it has a performance impact. It's not free. We'll tell you that. It's not free. So here's our circularization. We're actually in a polar orbit because this is no ordinary space station. This is a research station. You can read the title. I don't know. It's a research station, so it has stuff in it. So that's a thing. Anyway, so that Parallax 2, if I get a new GPU, maybe I'll try it again. But other than that, I'll probably wait for KSP2 graphics. Anyway, now we're going to reconfigure the entire station. So we had this docked to the end. This is a battery compartment. It's actually attached here with the construction things from, I think, episode 2? No. I don't remember. We used these once before on the minmus orbital shipyard. Basically, you put them together, and then you can compress them like that. You might notice one small problem there. Yeah, the dish is kind of clipped in there. I don't know why I didn't notice that in the editor. But that's a problem. Also, now we're gonna do these kind of like side docking tubes. I spent way too long trying to dock with it while it was not deployed, like an idiot. So yes, I'm still trying to dock with it. It's been 5 minutes, I believe, in this time, if I can read properly. I spent 5 minutes trying to dock with this, and I was like, why isn't it working? This is so dumb. Work! And then I'm like, oh yeah, it needs to be deployed. And for some reason, the station doesn't have control. The only control I had was on the freaking booster stage thing there. I don't know why. So here I am actually like deploying those docking ports like you're supposed to. Fun. Anyway, so these the idea for like these kind of like side docking tube things came directly from the KSP2 trailer. Cinematic one. Instead of those had like antennas on ends of like long poles. This is just literally a docking tube. I think it works. I like it. This docking was actually less hard than I thought. I figured because it'd be off axis, it'd be stupid hard to like maneuver around, but that nuclear engine is so freaking heavy. I guess it balanced it out because this was really not that difficult to do. You just kind of push it in there, and then the magnets in the docking ports just sort of forced them together. It was like really easy. I thought it would, I mean, compared with what I thought it would be, I thought it was going to be like, I'm going to be here for like 2 hours trying to get these stupid poles docked, and it took like no effort. It was like, oh, that's nice. Well, I mean, it would have been perfectly flawless if I hadn't at this point realized that I'm kind of running out of monopropellant. I only filled the tank halfway because I had to, like, I transferred it out of the actual SSTO to put the monopropellant in here. And, I still needed some in the SSTO to, like, get away from the station in a sane manner. Uh, so, yeah. Anyway. So, once we get this second one in, we can actually deploy that central hab unit, which is actually an inflatable hab unit. So we'll get tons of living space in there. So the Kerbals don't all have to be crammed into the ring, the central cupola module, and the station core, which that's where they are right now. I imagine if this was a real mission, that like they'd be swapping out and they'd put like some in that like ring and then some in that other more different ring, which actually doesn't, I don't know what I'm talking about. There is no other ring. I thought this had two. It has one. I'm smart. Anyway, at this point, I was like, I don't want this to float away because this has like a ton of extra fuel in it and also a freaking nuclear engine with like uranium in it. So if I wanted to add like a reactor at some point, free enriched uranium. But anyway, so there's the battery. At this point, I got out a Kerbal because I just could not stand seeing that clipped in. So I moved the solar panels out of the way because that was also interfering with the inflatable thing. I don't know how I managed to not notice this in the other. Maybe I had it docked in a different way, but now it's fine. See that? That hab is inflatable, so it's very cool. It makes the station look less like just a giant stick. I don't. Anyway, so here's the solar arrays. Very big solar arrays, and there's all the science equipment. I don't know what those other two ones were. Most of these are ScanSat. There were some other like resource things I put in there. I think they're from Far Future Technologies? I don't know. It's one of them. Anyway, the last thing I think we have to do, there's also a science lab in there, which I thought, I like that end module. I think it's pretty cool, personally. Last thing we had to do was transfer all the material kits out of these into little packets. This is a thing. I thought I'd get a cool shot of Duna from inside the actual like rotating thing, but I didn't. So last thing we did was deleted that material kit. We lost some material kits because that's actually worth like 1,000, which is kind of crazy. Also radiators. Why did I put so many radiators on my things? I don't know. They look cool. Don't judge me. I'm not weird. You're weird for thinking I'm weird for putting radiators on things that don't need radiators. Weirdo. Anyway, so this is the Duna Station, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to watch more of my amazing content, well, we've come to the end of this video, but there's always more videos coming, so stay tuned. We're going daily streams. Probably. Or maybe there'll be videos. I don't know at this point. Maybe I'll do videos the rest of the week and then go back to streams. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to watch more of my content, watch it. Anyway, bye!